Thanks so much for being here. I'm Laureli Shimayo. This is our MeWe Awakening panel for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have lots of events online, and we hopefully are getting back to having events in person again. This is our Awakening panel. So we have 6 practitioners here tonight, myself plus 5 others that are answering questions on tonight's topic, animal communication and healing. So we're going to go through and have the practitioners introduce themselves first, so you get to know who they are and what they do. And practitioners talk about all your work and talk about animal communication and healing integrated into your first share. And then we'll go right to answering questions. 5 of us are here right now. We have a 6th one that hopefully will be here very shortly. I'm reaching out to that person again. And yeah, so we'll just get started. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We'll be here for 2.5 hours. We can take questions on anything, particularly animal communication and healing is the specialty tonight, and feel free to ask about anything. And we may talk about you too, in addition to whatever, like the relationship and whatever the topic is about the animals that you're asking about. All right, great. And yeah, and we also, we're open to having more practitioners join us at any time. So in terms of other events. So if you're interested in joining some of the other MeWe events, just let me know in the chat and we'll get emails out to you about that. And it looks like maybe, yeah, I've got someone else that might be interested. All right, and I will post information in the chat about all the different practitioners. The practitioners also offer specials tonight. So if you're interested in doing a session with a particular practitioner, there are specials and information in the chat. And practitioners, if I don't have all of yours, see when I post, just send it to me and I will get that added for the rest of the postings. All right, and some of you have paid. So all right, yeah, so Dory's probably gonna be first in line tonight. All right, let's see. So I'm going to spotlight the practitioners. Oh, did you have a question? Just a quick question, logistic?
Yeah, can you send me the recording of this after it's done?
Yes and no. I have to get to another location to upload it. I have really slow internet where I am up in the mountains. Okay. And so yeah, as soon as I do that, it clogged my computer last time. Yes, okay. I can quickly send it to you, but I need to get it uploaded for everybody also. Yeah.
No problem. I have a friend that's listening in with me tonight too, because it's about our bird.
Great, great. All right, let's see. I'm going to spotlight the practitioners as we get ready to do the introductions, and more people are coming in. It's great. It's great to see everyone. And where is the shift? She is. All right, and Lori, is Lori here yet? Yeah, Lori is coming. Okay, great. All right, well, let's twist around the order a little bit. Let's have, how do I say, Susy, Cindy, Cynthia, and then Shift Witch. So go ahead and take it, 3 minutes or so as you introduce yourself, since you're going to be integrating animal communication healing into everything you share.
Okay. Hi, I'm Susy Parker Goins of Blue Lightning and Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. I am a channel, so I'm a conduit, and I allow divine to come through me to talk to you, and divine includes everything. I just had a conversation with another practitioner, Henry India Holden, and we were talking about how everything is divine, everything is a part of divine, and so being able to tap into divine, no matter what physical form it is taking, that's part of what our healing process is not only to recognize it, but to accept it and to recognize it and to communicate with it in those ways that allow us to heal, and as a result, to allow everything to heal. I also look at past lives, and you carry your pets with you throughout. They may have been a horse, they may have been a dog, may have been a familiar, whatever sort of familiar for you, and I can tap into that. My website is www.bluelightninghealing.com, and I have a podcast called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. There are Thursdays I talk about stuff, or I interview people who know things that I want to learn about, and then Mondays I'll have a meditation that is related to it. What else? I've got a special 60 MeWe 20 that's good for 20% off an hour session. Nope, I guess that's what I've got right now. I'm looking forward to a fabulous evening. Thanks.
Great, thanks so much, Susy. All right, Cindy.
Good evening. I'm Cindy McGonagle. I'm a psychic medium and an animal communicator and a palmist, and I read oracle cards. Been doing it quite a few years, but what my passion is to bring you and your animal together in this cooperative relationship where you can really delve deep at a soul level with your pet, and to be able to communicate telepathically with the animal, to give the animal a voice. To me, animals are here as our teachers, and that's one of the things that I like to explore with you, looking at your gifts, talents, and abilities in this lifetime and what the animal is doing with you at this point in time. I too look at animal past lives and your past life and tie them together to look more at your soul path and what you're bringing through. This is a wonderful time that we're all experiencing, and I'm happy to share with you. I also do palmistry and I read oracle cards, and I'm here to support you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Cindy. All right, go ahead, Cynthia.
Good evening. I'm Cynthia Okimoto. I am living in New York City right now. I am an animal communicator, pet Reiki practitioner, and holistic dog trainer. I've been working with animals both to heal them and train them for the past 15 years. Training has been more active as there are a lot of pandemic pets in the last 2 years. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've also spent a significant amount of time in Los Angeles and a few years in Beijing and Tokyo as well. And my kind of career aspirations at this point are to become fluent enough in Mandarin, Japanese, and Spanish to train dogs all around the world.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much. All right, and Shift Witch.
Hi, I am the Shift Witch. I help you make shifts so radical they must be magical. And since she's here, I have to also introduce Kimiko. Mwah, this is my new baby. And she's definitely my little familiar. And my sort of aspect, or where I'm coming from with the animal communication and healing, is I think of how much animals have helped me heal throughout my life and how I can sort of thank them for that, and the ways in which you recognize that healing and what they do for you every single day, helping to release that stress, helping to release blocks, things that you may not even know are happening. They're helping you with all of that every single day. And of course, we heal them just through the care that they give, especially when you're talking about rescues and things like that. They may have been through a really rough time in their life, and what we can give back to them and heal them through that process of reintegrating into a loving household. So, and communication aspects, I think we're all communicating with our pets at all times. And again, we just may not be super aware of how we're doing it, and maybe on a subtle level that we're not perceiving. But we're definitely all capable of communicating with all of our animals, and not just even our pets, animals in the wild, which is sort of where I started. Squirrels were my big thing when I was younger. So I was always talking with the squirrels when I was a kid. I still do. I don't know why I say when I was a kid. So, it's just that really deep connection to nature that I think has gone even deeper in the last year as we have reconnected to Mother Earth a little bit more. So that is where I'm coming from with this topic. I offer healing. I do moon journaling and moon card readings. I'm very big on moon energy. And my special tonight is 20% off of any of my healing sessions. And I can do either Reiki or earth healing, both remotely. So thank you all for coming tonight. I look forward to talking with some of you.
All right, and it looks like it's going to be just the 5 of us on the panel tonight. So I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. I read your eyes, your pet's eyes, to read your soul. And then for you as a human, I answer questions on things like life purpose. I can say some of that about animals too sometimes. And then also answer questions on career path, relationships, relationship with your animal, if I see your animal also potentially. And then I also love to use my eye readings for matchmaking. So I might be able to answer questions about you and various kinds of pets and things like that, various animals in your life, but I particularly use it for humans and connecting humans together. I'm mostly here just supporting the panel tonight, and if I have something to share, I'll share about a specific question that you asked too. Yeah, so we are the people that are going to be answering your questions tonight, and it looks really busy. We've got a lot of people jumping in with questions already. I think it looks like Jory and Kathy and CJ so far. And I know we have some technical things we're working out with sound. Yeah, any other questions with sound and logistics stuff? I'm trying to help with that too. All right, maybe just trying to think, maybe could just practitioners, could you just say, I'll say, just maybe jump in a little bit more about like the whole range of the different kinds of topics that we might be able to talk about in terms of working with animals and working on topics with animals tonight. Some of you made reference to some of those things, but maybe can we just lay them all out again as kind of like the breadth of all the different things? And there's probably even more that we don't even like, we're not even thinking of that you all might bring. So it's all gonna be okay. Yeah, some of you just jump in with some of that. I'm gonna do a little bit of note taking over here.
I'll jump in. Something interesting that you might be wanting to look at are animals on the other side that have been with you earlier on in your lifetime. And that's one of the things we can all offer you as well. Thank you.
Yeah, anything else any of you think of you want to share, just different kinds of topics we can address?
Yeah, I've had an experience where one of my pets took on some of my physical ailments, and so I know that's a possibility. So if your pet is having some sort of physical thing that's oddly related to what you got, that's where that connection between you and your pet come through, and we can look at those too.
We could also look at any sort of like strange or seemingly specific behavioral things that are coming up. I think last time there were some really interesting questions about like, why does my pet do this, or what are they staring at? And those are always really interesting to look at.
And even current pets taking on mannerisms, looks. And what I mean by that is of the past pet. So for instance, one of my cats, he was black, she was a white cat that passed. As soon as she passed, he started to grow white whiskers. So things like that, even you can bring up, if it's just like, this seems odd. Anything that seems a little like, what is this? Go ahead and ask.
Oh, great. And I'm seeing people paid yesterday too. So yeah, we've definitely got a great big line of people. Sweet. All right. So I think maybe we'll start jumping into questions here in just a moment. Oh yeah. So let's see. So that's true. So let me go see if Kathy's on audio. Or is it me and Mika now? Oh, Mika's coming back in, I think. So Kathy, you got your audio working? Given that you're now giving advice to other people to get this sorted, it sounds like maybe you did get it working.
Wasn't my audio, it was Micah's.
Oh, Micah's, okay. All right, great. All right, Micah joined audio now. Hey, Micah, we're just checking. Can you hear us now? Hopefully you can. If you have trouble with audio, leaving and joining again is a perfect thing to do. And then sometimes earphones are helpful. And all right, great. All right, so let me get the list. And oh, I see that Sandra actually paid ahead. So let's try to get this in order of when you all paid. So I think, Sandra, if you're ready, we could jump in with you first, since you got all set yesterday. Let's see, and where is, all right, you're all getting up towards the front. This is great. I see all of you who have questions. Sandra, so if you're willing, if you don't have it on already, turn on your video and I'll bring you up in the front with everybody.
Yeah, I've got it on.
Okay, there we go. Now I see, oops. There we go. All right, great. Thank you. So, oh, before you ask, one more thing. So when you ask a question, we may go deeper than you intend us to go in this format where we're recording and it's going to get published. Or we may start talking about other related topics for us that are related, but that you don't want us talking about here. And please, if we wander into territory that you don't want us tonight, please let us know, jump in and interrupt us on anything just to support you. We want to do that. And then also we believe that everyone is intuitive and you're here. Chances are you all know that you're open. We request that you allow the attention to stay up on the panel tonight. If something comes through for you, you might want to write it down. Often these awarenesses, these messages are fleeting. And then if you want to, feel free to reach out to the person that you believe the message is for. After we finish answering their question, reach out by private chat and ask them if they'd like to hear what came through for you. Please honor whatever they share. If they don't, please trust that they're full. They just are not wanting more right now and trust that it came through you for some other reason. So if you could all do that tonight, we'd appreciate it very much. All right, thanks so much, Sandra. Go ahead. What is your question?
My kitty passed about 3 weeks ago, And I guess what I'd like to know is she going to be returning to me while I still have my other cat here in the house? I've been kind of told that she doesn't want to, but I'd like to verify, if she would consider that.
All right, and practitioners, remember, raise your hand in Zoom as soon as you're ready to answer. And if you go to reactions at the bottom of the screen, there should be some rows of symbols, and then at the very bottom, there's a wide one that says raise hand. And that's the one. Although Susie's hand is up in the middle of the screen, I'm giggling. It's funny. It's not what you meant. I know.
No, that was me trying not to plummet into the window.
Do I need to show a picture of her or?
And I don't think, and none of the practitioners here tonight don't want to see photos, right? We sometimes
Okay.
have a practitioner that does. Well, sometimes we have a practitioner that doesn't want to. These practitioners might all be fine with it.
Well, I just didn't know if you did or didn't.
Yeah, I think go ahead. It's fine for you to show.
Okay. Whoop.
Oh yeah, sweet. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so people are checking in. I'm curious, actually, do you have a photo of your other cat? Because I have an idea. I have an idea based on this one that you just showed us that just passed, but I think it. Oh yeah, and the shift witch is ready. So I'm just give you a moment to get that photo.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, and just I'll say, Micah, so glad it worked for you. And then Dory, we go in order, and so you'll have a chance to ask, and then all the panel will all answer your questions. Probably everyone on the panel will answer when we get there.
Oh, this is the other cat.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is the one that's still with me.
Yeah, thank you for showing me. Yeah, so I got ideas. Let's see what I get to test my own intuition here. All right, so the shift witch and then Cindy.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi there.
Sorry for your loss, first of all. I just also lost 2 of my boys in the last 6 weeks. So I get that very much, the pain of that. I feel like she's waiting for something, though. I agree. It's like it's this hesitation. So I feel a hesitation that she does want to come back with you, but there's a hesitation. She's waiting for something, and the only word I got is start. So it feels like something is supposed to start, or there's a new start to something before she. It's not before she is ready to come back. Yeah, that's what it is. So something has to start before she's ready to come back. I'm not getting what that is, but that's just what I heard. So I wanted to share it.
Nice to know what that start is.
Yeah, I'll keep asking. And one of the other practitioners may know right away.
No.
All right, go ahead, Cindy.
Hi, Sandra. And from my heart to yours, tons of love for the passing of this beloved, because I know how much this beloved means to you. I remember reading for you before, a long time ago, before this happened. And I remember the struggle you were having with what was going to happen as the animal transitioned to the other side. Now, what I heard was a definite never. Okay, as far as coming back when your other cat is still with you. But what I saw was a real beautiful experience for you. I saw that your cat, and what's your cat's name on the other side?
Nolita.
Nolita. Wanting you to do a couple of things. One, to have more faith in yourself going forward, and that you actually have an artist inside you, and she wants to help you to bring out that. And I don't know, I mean, do you ever did you draw cats before?
Oh yeah, I painted her, my other 3 cats. I painted landscapes, etc. She used to sit with me while I paint.
And that's it. That's the key right there. So she's still there with you, but not in body form, okay? And she comes in to help you. It almost like, have you ever thought about teaching how to draw or paint cats?
No, but last time she asked if I could create a book for her.
Okay. Well, what I see you doing is actually an online course for anybody that wants to be able to paint paint a cat, because there's tricks to painting it. You already know that, right? Yeah. How you layer the colors and how you make
Mhm.
the face look not so flat against dark fur or something. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
one artist to another. But I actually see this as a windfall of abundance for you. It's a revenue stream that's going to really bring a lot of joy to you and to anyone's pet that you paint, primarily cats. But she wants you to kind of reorganize your space. It might be your studio. It looks like your studio space. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, yes, yes, I need to do that.
Okay, and then the mineral that comes up for you is kunzite. Do you know that mineral?
Yes, I do.
Do you have some?
Somewhere.
Because the kunzite will help you when you're doing your painting, and it'll help you to realize just how much love is around you right now, because you're surrounded by love. And when you work in that artistic realm that you are so good at, your love and your passions come through you onto whatever media you choose to use. So I'm going to ask you one other question, and that is, do you know what light language is?
No, I do not.
Okay, it's the language of the soul. And what I see your beloved doing is teaching you how to use light language as you do your art. And it's so, I'm going to just encourage you to look on YouTube, and there's plenty of people doing light language, and just start practicing what comes out of your mouth from your soul. And that activates your alignment with your soul purpose. I hope this helps. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. All right, I think Susie is next. Yeah.
Hey, Sandra.
I
I agree with a lot of what everybody else has said. Yeah, your kitty doesn't want to come back. Maybe at the end of the other cat's life, but there is some task that your current cat, your extant cat, has to complete, that this one that has passed over is not a part of that job. Now, Cindy brought up light language. Light language is the language of the soul, and it comes out in a variety of ways, whether you use your hands, your voice, you can draw with it. And that's what your kitty is going to be sitting next to you in spirit, and will help you see and envision cats in other forms. So maybe even, well, not so much tapping into the lyrans, which are the cat race, but um, putting your images in different situations and allowing your imagination. Oh, uh, the passed over cat is encouraging you to put her in. It was a her.
yes.
Okay, putting her in a variety of situations. So different landscapes, because she wants to take you on this journey throughout the cosmos so you can see all of these things. Now that she's out of body, she can take you on these trips and show you all the fun things she can do that she wasn't able to do in body. But yeah, that's going to be the play, that cat play she's going to take you through as you work more on your art.
But she doesn't want to come back.
Not right away, no.
Okay.
I can see her coming back later. She knows you miss her. However, she is right there with you.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Cynthia.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
It's good to see you. Again, so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I heard a no.
Oh, I don't believe this.
Yeah, but I also heard that sometimes when we heal our heart, which is something that happens below the neck, right? Like in the body, then when we fully go through the grief cycle, that's sometimes what needs to happen before we can allow them to come back in. So it's very easy to go into our head and, you know, really want them to reincarnate and come visit us again, but it's not on their time, or it's kind of on a different time. So like when your body fully heals and you go through you know, the shock and the denial and the grief and the 5 stages, and allow the emotions to wash through you, you'll come to a place where you can accept everything that you've shared with her. And I know the end was really difficult for you, but she is there with you. And you can also what's coming through is that there are ways that you can still energetically love her. So I know that, you know, everybody knows how their animal feels, because that's the special relationship so many of us have with our pets. So what you can do is you can imagine her on your lap or something like that, and you can just kind of touch them and they can feel that. On the other side, they can also feel it if they still had a body and you're like on a road trip and they're at home and you just want to keep the connection. So you can, I'm sure you know how she felt, you know, her fur and her whiskers, all that stuff. So you can still pet them, even though they're not physically here, and they still can feel the connection and the love. So whatever you need to do to kind of, you know, make peace with that and connect with her, that's always an option. And as soon as you feel ready to really just continue to let her go, she will let you know when she's ready to have a new body. I know it's really hard right now, and I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
And I'll share just a little bit too. So it's great for me to see the photos of both of them. So your kitty that just passed, like I'm imagining that kitty, super sensitive to energy, in many ways kind of delicate. For people that know my talents, the talents I read in people's eyes, I think she's got artisan. It's about freedom, creativity, pleasure, and energy. So it just seems like she's so enjoying being free, particularly because your other cat has this really strong kind of massive energy that kind of runs the space. And so she's just enjoying being so free from the energy of your other cat. You mentioned your other cat in the beginning, and that's part of why I wanted to see. And yeah, I just think part of it is just the mix of the energy of them. And like this one, she just really wants to have her freedom and just the energetic sensitivity, like to have it, the energy around her be the way that she wants. And so it's not about you. It's just, it happens to be that your cats have such different energies, and she's really enjoying the break right now. You know, the space.
I understand.
Does that make sense of the interaction of the two of them?
Oh, yes, it very much does make sense.
Yeah. So just finding all kinds of other energetic ways you can connect with her, where she has the freedom from your other love that she wants. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Thanks for supporting us and letting us share with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. All right, let's see. So we've got Kathy up next. Excuse me. Thank you everyone so much for getting ready for this in advance. I deeply appreciate it. All right, Kathy. So you shared a little, yeah, so you said that you have a photo you want to share. Let me make you a co-host, and then you can share your screen. Do you want to say anything about your question? I moved Kathy M up here. I think it's the right Kathy, but okay, great. Yeah. Go ahead and unmute and let us know what you.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't find me after I put the picture up.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting a bunch of feedback, so I'm going to stop sharing. So the black horse in the picture is the one that I would like to connect with and just know what's going on with her and anything that she wants to tell me.
Could you show her again just for one moment? Now let me know which one.
I can show you. Those are older pictures.
What's the name of your horse?
Ritz, like putting on the Ritz.
Are you able to share your screen again too? Is that photo still up?
Sure.
Sorry. Thanks. Yeah, that's easier for me when I can see better. Okay, thanks. Yeah, as soon as our practitioner's ready, we can go ahead and have you stop sharing. But yeah, it's great to be able to see him. Yeah. Great. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Hi. So when I tuned in immediately, like I feel that that Ritz has a lot of excess energy that's pent up in her spine and her legs. And I don't know if she's getting to ground the energy out enough. So with your permission, I would like to kind of help release some of that energy.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not circulating. Is she getting enough exercise outside?
She has a fair-sized area to move around in, but
Like running, galloping, any of that? Is she able to do that?
yeah, she can if she wants to.
Okay. But she chooses not to?
I don't know because she doesn't live with me. I
Oh.
rent a piece of property down the road from me, so I
Mm,
don't see her more than a couple hours a day.
okay. I'm getting that maybe if she can run like 3 or 4 times a week, I think it's going to help her feel better because the energy is not flowing and it needs to be spent physically, at least initially. So I'll work on her while other people answer some
Okay,
questions.
thank you.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay. Hi, Kathy. So the
Hi.
first thing that I heard from Ritz was, I'm a one horse person. And I think you know what that means. And
Mhm.
I love one-on-one time with you. Why do I have to share you? Now, does this sound like your horse?
A little.
Mm-hmm. So are you looking to be able to bring the horse closer to you so you can have more time with it?
I would love to have her and me on the same property. That would be awesome.
Okay, so you know that animals always kind of want to know ahead what's going to happen. So are
Mhm.
you making changes? Do you have an option to do that? And is there a time frame? Because the horse wants to know what's going on. You know, I'm sensitive, you're sensitive, you know, I think the horse really wants you to write about your stories of the horse. Have you thought about that?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I journal a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I mean, do you play music for the horse?
I haven't.
I don't mean personally having the instrument, you playing it, but to bring some music to soothe the horse.
Like a radio.
Well, or, I guess it could be your phone even, you know. The
Okay.
horse, the horse actually, to me, the horse wants to give you more than there's time for. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes, very much.
It wants a more intimate relationship with you. All right, there is this
Okay.
very deep connection between you and Ritz. All right, and
Yes.
you're feeling the frustration, and so is that horse. And
Okay.
and so you can develop the relationship through music, okay, by listening and enjoying and talking, by reading. Okay, you can read to the animal.
Okay.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Horses are very smart and they're very quick. Do you know how to communicate pretty well with the horse?
Not in the way you do.
I'm going to give you a tip. Would you like a tip?
Yes.
Okay. All you have to do, and for everyone listening, really, first you have to trust whatever information that you receive after you ask the question is the direct answer from the animal. Okay.
Okay.
So it takes a little practice, and horses are super quick in my experience. And
That
you don't
makes
have,
sense.
you do not have to be present to hear the answer. All right.
Mhm.
But of course, this horse wants you to be. And so you could ask simple questions, but remember, right after you ask the question will be the answer. And it's a split second with a horse. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
and
tried
then-
it once with her. I was reading a book on animal communication and I tried one of the exercises and immediately I got something and I thought, oh, I'm just making that up. So I brushed it off and I didn't try it again. So that was her.
True. It is. It is definitely.
Okay.
And so just work on that and you will see the whole world open up between the relationship between you and that and your beloved horse.
Okay, cool. Thank
You're
you. I figured she'd have a lot to say.
Yeah, maybe just from that, I'd jump in and just say briefly, to me, you have very similar traits in your eyes. I think it's the server talent. It's about love and intimacy and deep connection, so that she wants a deeper connection and wants more time. Makes sense to me, and that you would feel a draw for that too. So yeah, I would look at getting creative in whatever ways you can connect energetically together, more deeply when you're together, and then like how it might be more time, or what that might be, and you know, other ways you can do that when you're not in the right present with each other, however that might work.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Susie is next.
Hey, Kathy. I love all of the answers so far, and I know, yeah, you've got a very strong bond with the horse and with Ritz, and you can continue to develop it. The writing the story, call in Ritz into your mind while you're doing it, because she wants to hear stories about what she does. She wants to be heroic. She wants to do all the things and
That's
run
totally her
free
personality.
yeah, and riding on the Irish moors and all of that stuff. And she wants to do it, and she wants you to really glorify her. She's like, that's a big word, glorify, but yeah, that's what she wants, is to be glorified. She misses you. And so this psychic bond that you develop with her, she says it's not going to be exactly what I want, but she may just have to live with it. Now, I am not a vet, nor have I ever played one on TV. None of my statements are FDA approved, whatever covering my backside is, but I'm feeling something at the base of her neck. Now, whether I am not well versed enough in animal chakras to know if that is her throat chakra that is causing trouble, or if that's a thyroid thing or whatever, but I'm feeling something at the base of her neck. And she's very nice. She says, "Yeah, you don't have to breach any sort of protocol." So we'll say it's her throat chakra and she wants to communicate more with you. And yes, trust what you hear.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
there we go. Thanks.
Thanks, Susie. All right, go ahead, Shift Witch.
Hi, Kathy. Yeah, I'm seconding the neck thing. That's what I got right away from what Susie said, is I saw something with the neck also. And then the other thing was Ritz kept like kicking her head up. Almost to like almost what I got from it was she doesn't want the bridle on, not that she doesn't want it on, she just wants to have interaction that's not riding. So that's why she's like pushing her head out. She's like, no, that's not the interaction I want. I want to have a different kind of interaction. So that's what I got right away was that. And it's just, and it's also, you know, she's just feeling frustrated. It's just some frustration, the same frustration you're feeling, I'm sure. So that's what I was getting.
Okay. Can I ask a second question?
Yeah.
Did any of you feel like she's missing a buddy?
Outside of you?
Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, I'm kind of mixing together a bit of what Susie said, like she is really beautiful. So it totally makes sense to me. She wants to be celebrated, like for like how beautiful and just like her grandness. I would wonder, like, would another horse take away from her specialness? So I don't know. All you say, whatever you say.
See, I'm not seeing a horse.
Okay.
I'm seeing like a collie.
Interesting. I can't have a dog where I'm at.
No. Okay. Yeah, but that's what I saw. It was like kind of not quite the Lassie kind of dog, but a collie kind of somebody who can run as fast as her.
That would be hard. She's pretty fast. Okay. My major reason for coming tonight was because I had to put down her buddy a week ago. So it was really hard for both of us. And so that was kind of my motivation, was to find out, are you really okay? And it sounds like she's okay.
What, and is the photo that you showed us, that you shared your screen, was that one taken just in the last bit of time since her buddy died?
The
Is that older?
two horses eating hay,
Mhm.
the one in the background is the one I had to put down.
So, and I don't know if anyone picked up on anything else, but to me, she looked sad in that photo, even though her buddy was still there. So I didn't know what the sadness is.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't remember what was going on that day.
And it might just be the lack of time connecting, you know, and the lack of the depth of the connection. But,
All right. Thank you very much, everybody.
Let's see if anyone, does anyone have anything else to share? I think Cynthia, go ahead.
Yeah, I also I'm feeling like somebody has acid reflux. I don't know who that is, but it's not me. So I think that there could be, you know, some stuff around the heart that's just needing to move out, because grief is, you know, it's a difficult transition. So maybe some sort of supplement to kind of ease that, if it's for you or her. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And horses feel
Thank you.
emotions so strongly too. So, yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Let's see. We've got so Dory next, and we've got space if other people want to get in line. I know a few people have asked in the chat. We do have space. Let's see. Where's Dory now? Oh, there you are. All
Right here.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you look familiar. You're bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, I was here a couple of months ago when I was having major financial issues, and they cleared up a little bit, and I did want to come back and pay it forward because I appreciate that night so much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
What is your question tonight?
I have a bunch between me and my friend here. I have one bird that's living, and we had another bird that she passed away about 5 years ago. And we want to know, is she involved in either one of our lives? Does she see us? Does she have anything she'd want to say to us? Does she know how much her death affected us, especially my husband at the time? And is she watching the bird that I have now? And is she with my mom? Because my mom is passed also. Do you need to see a picture? Do you need to see a picture? Her name was Cinderella. We called her Cindy because she looked like Cinderella's dress. That was her coloring. This was her. So, and she should be up there with about 4 other parakeets that we had in the span of 5 years. She should be up there with my mom. And the parakeet that I have now, his name is Jamie. He has liver disease, and the vet told me he should have been gone already. I thought I was going to lose him in July, and somehow he's still here. And I want to know if there's anything he wants to tell me. What could I do to keep him here the longest? Is he in pain? Does he want to stay? Does he want me to let him go? And he never flied out of the cage. He doesn't want to fly. I want to know why. And every other bird. Yeah, every other bird I've ever had in my entire life flew. He doesn't want to fly. And is he happy with me? So I know it's a lot.
It's great to ask all of them because we can potentially integrate a whole bunch of answers together. So that's okay.
Yeah,
You're
that's
getting
what I
them all in there.
figured.
I'm trying to capture them in some notes if anyone wants to.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a quick clarification question?
Yeah.
The bird who it doesn't want to fly out of the cage, has he always been like that or just since
Always.
delivered?
Since day
Okay,
one.
all right. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for your patience. Just waiting while everyone connects.
Thank you.
Okay, Shift Witch, go ahead.
So it's just going to be one part of it because it
Okay.
came to me right away and I didn't want to forget.
Thanks.
He doesn't fly because it's his first time being a bird and he's nervous about it.
Oh, wow.
So it's his first carnation as a bird is what I'm getting. And so that's why he's just like, I'm good with just sitting. It's fine.
He's happy.
That's what he's used to. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why he's not, because he's like, this bird thing, I don't know. This is my first time.
I've always felt guilty.
No. It's just, yeah, it's an adjustment period for someone coming back with wings for the first time. And yeah, he's just like, I'm okay. We're not gonna do the fly thing. But yeah, no,
Okay.
he's good with that. Okay. Yeah, so that
Cool.
hit me right away. I just wanted to, I'll jump in if anything else comes in, but yes, I wanted to let you know that.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, Susie.
Hey, Dory.
Hey.
When Shift Witch said this is his first time being a bird, I got immediately, he was a cat before. So he's like, this whole change in perspective is just really tripping him out. But he feels safe with you.
Oh,
We're helping him make a transition, and that is a good thing. Also with the other birds that you have, yes, your mother is like sitting there and these birds are kind of flying all around her and it's a really pastoral scene, and I don't
okay.
think they're like doing the whole Cinderella singing to the birds and one of them landing on her finger or anything, or
Okay.
it's not that sort of thing, but
Yeah.
they
My
are
mom
all
knew Cinderella. Yeah.
yeah, so they're all very comfortable together, and he does, your living bird hurts a little bit, but he feels safe with you. He
Okay.
is happy. He's not ready to go and leave you.
Okay.
But this whole
I'm not ready
change,
for him to go.
no,
Yeah.
he gets that. He's like, no, you've got to help me adjust to this bird thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just thought it was hilarious. I saw him as a cat. So
He
he's
acts
looking up.
like a cat. He acts a little aloof all the time.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a carryover. So yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, Cindy, go ahead.
Okay, you asked so many questions. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I got lost
Yeah.
when you were starting to go through those questions.
Because I
And
was writing them down. I was writing them down while I was sitting here. Everything I could think of.
okay, just to clarify, okay, so we all got hooked up kind of on the last part of this whole thing, but yeah, that bird that's in the cage, he's very strong-willed and says, I feel like if I come out of the cage, I might die like the others.
Oh,
Okay, so there is the trepidation in coming out, because what
Mhm.
happens when you come out of the cage, more or less,
yeah.
you know. But for Cinderella, whose name I love,
Yes.
you know,
I love yours. It's a sign.
thanks. There's two Cindy's here actually, so that makes three,
Yeah.
right? Right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, did you ever record her singing?
Yeah, we recorded her a lot because she spoke. She knew English very well. My ex-husband taught her English, so we had a
Because
lot of recordings of her speaking.
that's
She,
what she
Mhm.
wants you to play to the remaining bird, so he
Okay.
can hear her vibration again.
Yeah, we've
Because
done it.
it brings her back to being part of the family, you know, the
Oh,
physical family. Okay.
oh, okay.
She's super around you all the time. And right now she feels like, ha, I'm free. Ha,
Oh,
I'm really free.
Cindy, Cindy feels free.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
You know, and so you trained the bird to speak?
my husband trained her at the time. Like he trained her to speak. He was home with her a lot more than I was because he wasn't working. I was working. So the bird, like he took it. I took it hard, but she was sick for such a long time that I knew she was going to die. But when she died, he kind of had a nervous breakdown. So does she have any message for him?
Oh, well, hold on. One of the things she would like you to do is, do you have recordings of him teaching her how to speak?
Do you
Did you
have
ever make videos? Because what she'd like is for your husband to actually make maybe an Instagram reel, something short, talking
Okay.
about you can communicate with birds and they can actually learn the language,
Yep.
you know, and I think that a lot of people would be drawn to you guys, and maybe there is something for you to do that would help other people that have birds and want
Yeah.
to have a deeper relationship with the speaking part of a bird.
Oh yeah.
So,
She you have an amazing English language.
Just repeating yourself a million times.
Yeah, he said that she was just repeating what he would say to her. She called me mama. She called him Mark. She would say Mark is my master. Like
Ooh,
yeah,
there you go.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
It was bad when we were fighting though.
yeah.
Oh, that
The
sounds,
bird actually said when we were getting a divorce, like she said, mommy and daddy are getting a divorce because that's what Mark told her. I was in another house with her and she said, and I heard her say divorce. Like, you
wow.
know, yeah, and I went back at the time because of that, but she was our baby.
So yeah, people want to know that information, you know, pet owners, especially
Yeah.
bird owners. That could be very valuable. So I'm going to encourage you to develop your relationship with Miss Cinderella on the other
Yeah,
side. Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you.
All right, Cynthia, go ahead.
Hi. So
Hi.
immediately when you started talking about Cindy, I felt something in my like spine, like the back of my heart. So I don't know if she had something there or not at the end of her life.
Yeah, she had sand in her stomach,
Oh.
and they told me she was a multi-diseased bird.
Oh, okay.
She lived for 5.5 years though.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, she went through a lot in her life.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I just felt like there was like a release when I tuned into her energy. And then but the back of what I initially felt is like the back of the heart is kind of like the past and ancestral energy. So it makes sense if she's with your you know, the other
She's with my mom and she's with the other bird.
yeah, the
Yeah.
other animals and people who've passed away. And then for your current bird, I feel like he might have some tightness around his chest. So
He has liver disease.
he has what?
He has liver disease.
Is the liver right here for birds?
I think it's a little below.
Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm getting, and I've only touched a couple of birds, but I'm getting if you can kind of just use your fingers and kind of like go like this around his chest, like with your
Okay.
thumb. I think that will kind of help move some of the energy and help him relax a little bit more if he'll allow you to do that. If
Yeah.
not, you can just visualize it and just kind of move the energy around his chest. I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna do anything before.
sometimes he lets me touch him, but he like I said, he's very aloof. So I do believe that maybe he was a cat because he has that mannerism. I call him a mean bird. I love him, but I say mean bird. Just because of the personality, the mannerisms.
Yeah, so you can just imagine that if you can't physically do it, you can just imagine him in your hands and go like this.
Okay.
Okay, and he'll still get the benefit.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do any of them sense that the bird was out, like quite often, out of the cage?
What?
Flying? Ask if any of them sense like that the bird was, out of the cage and flying.
Who, Jamie or Cindy?
Cindy, obviously.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I think they're done.
No.
I sent everyone all the questions too, if anyone had anything else to share. And then Dory, if you wanted to translate any of that.
Yeah, well, my husband just asked if anyone sees that Cindy was out of the cage all the time. Like she wouldn't tolerate being, she was the complete opposite of Jamie. She wouldn't tolerate being in the cage.
She'd fly everywhere.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shiftwitch.
The big thing I was getting, because I then tuned into the connecting with the other side aspect of it, and what I got was that a lot of times you'll feel breezes where there shouldn't be a breeze, and then that is her just like running around, like not zooming around. That was the word I was looking for. Her sort of like zooming around.
She did.
And that you may even see Jamie just be like, and like looking like at nothing, but nothing fast. So yeah, it feels like she's definitely still flying all around, and that you would feel that you're definitely feeling that breeze every once in a while, like whoa.
I definitely do. Thanks.
All right. Anyone have anything else for Dory? All right, great. Thank you, Dory, so much.
Thank you very much
for appreciating us and coming back and sharing and supporting.
Always, thank you.
Take care. All right. Let's see. So in line, we've got CJ, Micah, Lisa, Verna, and maybe Kristen or Gislin. I'm not sure. Name. All right, great. So we've got CJ next.
Hello. I realized that I don't have all my pictures of my pets are on my phone.
Hold on one second. I don't have you up at the front yet. Where? Oh, there you are. Okay. Let's get you up here. Okay, you don't have them on your phone. That's okay.
But it's dinner time, so they might start. I could show you like a quick video. Is that okay?
You can tap and turn around the video and have us see them. Do you want to ask any of the question first, or do you want to just show? Yeah.
Oh, geez, if they'll let me. It's dinner. Sure. Okay, so hi. That's Milo, the black and white dog, and Nora. I have a black cat named Magic. And then a little girl, Lillian, who is waiting for dinner too, but she's hiding. So my question, I feel like my household, we're in balance. And there were lots of learning curves, a lot of growing pains. And now that they're all older, and used to each other, I wouldn't say that they're all like loving each other, but like snuggling up together like I was hoping. But just wanted to know if any of them had anything else they want from me. I feel like everyone has their place in the home. I mean, people say I have 4 animals and they're like, that's a lot. And I feel like I have the perfect number and the perfect balance. So any messages they have for me besides it's dinner?
Could you please say the names of the pet again, please?
Sure. The black and white dog, the spaniel mix is Milo. The puggle is Nora. The black cat is Magic. And it's Magick. Like I said, and the other cat is Lillian.
All right, great. And it looks like Susie's ready to go. Go ahead.
Okay, so CJ, when you said, what's their message besides we want dinner? That was exactly the message I got. And they are like, just shut up and go. But other than that, their relationships are kind of like that détente. So there's that, it's not a delicate balance, though. You don't have to worry about one flopping over and going over. They do want dinner, and there is enough. And also, they do encourage you to trust what you hear from them. That what you get is what they're saying. You're not making it up unless they're asking to go like to Empire State Building or something like that. They want to stay at home. They're comfortable, they feel safe, and they want some dinner. So I'm sure everybody else will get something far deeper and more profound, but yeah, that's what I got.
Do the two dogs get enough playtime?
Playtime?
Like outside activity, running around more? Like more play, physical play with you?
You know, that's a really good question. No, they don't. I know that they tell me I'm too busy.
So they definitely have a lot of energy, and I think they want to be able to expend a little more of the energy with you.
Especially Milo, the black and white dog.
Yeah.
He wants to play ball and chase, like just chasing around makes him happy.
All right, let's get wisdom from those that are connecting better than I am. We've got, let's see, so Cindy, the shift witch, and then Cynthia. So go ahead, Cindy.
Okay. CJ, this is kind of fun. You know, I actually have an animal certification course, and the next one that's coming up is called Family Dynamics. So it was perfect that you would bring this up. Okay. So when I ask you for the names of the animals, here's what I heard. And it's just, you know, remember, it's that first thought back, right? So here we go. Lillian goes, I'm always left out. And I heard Magic say, I'm the boss. I heard Nora say, I know I'm smarter than Milo. And I heard Milo say, Nora thinks she's my boss. CJ, are you there? Your mic is off.
I know, CJ, you're muted and it got dark, so we can't.
And it looks very dark.
Maybe your video's off. I just want to make sure you're here. Let me all ask to unmute.
I hope she heard that.
Vanished. She just vanished, so I know she might be.
I didn't hear. You said Lillian goes, and then it froze.
Okay, so I'll go over the conversation that I heard quickly in my.
Okay, thank you.
So it goes like this. Lillian goes, I'm always left out. Magic says, I'm the boss.
Yep.
And then Nora says, I know I'm smarter than Milo. And Milo says, Nora thinks she's my boss. And what I had said before that is, you know, it was so beautiful that you asked this question because, you know, family dynamics is huge in a family that has multiple animals. And to be able to ask them to participate in a family meeting, to understand what everybody's role is and how to get along better is critical to the future of the harmony of the house. So that's kind of what I got.
That totally makes sense. I think Nora's the alpha dog, actually, and Milo thinks he's the alpha dog.
Oh my gosh. All right, great. Let's see. So we've got the shift witch next.
So as you're introducing everyone, when you got to magic, she kind of stopped me and she spelled it for me. So I thought it was hysterical that you then spelled it, because she spelled it with the C. And I'm like, of course, with the CK, I should say. I'm like, yep, that doesn't surprise me at all. And she also said, and I am. So so that's what I got from her, is that she what is it they say? She thinks she's all that and a bag of chips. And no one's going to tell her otherwise. And no one else is the boss, including you. And yeah, so that's just what I'm getting. And she's she's like, she's just got that a very high opinion of herself and her abilities, and she does actually have some abilities. She I feel like she's a good healer. Does she crawl if you don't feel good? Does she come and stay with you?
Well, it's funny you say that. Magic's actually a boy, and Lillian
Okay.
does. Well, he heals in a different way. She'll
Yeah.
heal on my stomach if I have stomach problems, and he heals just his presence. I do
Nice.
think he's like a healer cat.
So yeah, I think I thought that magic was female because of that bossy energy is more a female cat energy. So that was really interesting. So that's why I perceived that, because usually female cat energy is the bossier one. But yeah, so I feel like he does even passively, like well, actually not even passively. He's just working to like heal you. Kind of in the background even. So like stress, just like daily stress, things like that. So the things what we would normally get rid of with a hot bath, with having that like comfort food. So it's that kind of thing where magic is very good at helping to release those things when you finally stop and wind down at night. So especially like when you're sleeping. Yeah.
All right, great, Cynthia.
Hi. So what I got is it seems like the two dogs have a pretty good relationship. And I didn't really sense any need to balance the energy between the members of the household. But I do think that, I don't know, are you in a basement unit?
No, I live in a single family home.
Okay. It feels like the animals would like to look out the window more.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
they really like being in the sun. So I don't know. It just seems like that's what came through. Like they want more elements of nature. They want to know what's happening outside. So I don't know if there's like a window sill that you could put a bed or a blanket, but I think that they would all really enjoy that. You might have to have 4 different beds because you have four pets. And they can lay out there, they can be nosy and watch what's going on, but definitely more entertainment for all 4 of them with what's happening outside. And then an opportunity to bask in the sunlight more would be really helpful for all of them.
I just fixed my fence so that the cats can go out in the backyard without worrying about them, sneaking out. And even Lillian is like, she loves it. And she was always scared. And she's like, I feel like I get left out from even the fun stuff, like going outside. And now I saw her like prancing last night, like a lynx. I call her Lynx now. Lillian the Lynx. So that makes sense that they want more outside time or outside looking nature.
Yeah, they more mental stimulation to see what's happening in the neighborhood, and then the sunlight is really important. So still build the windowsill for them.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, like you can even like mount like these beds in the window, like cat beds and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff like that these days.
Okay.
Find online or at your pet store.
Cynthia, I want to just ask with that. It just seemed like, particularly Milo, is he going to get a little bossy and talk to a bunch of the neighbors too, in addition to talking to CJ, like the way he was just barking? Is there anything about that?
Me or the reader? Oh,
No, Cynthia, I was asking. Milo
Yeah.
seems like he might then be kind of commanding the neighbors. Is that
yes.
anything?
So one thing that you can do if that does happen is one thing that I tell my training clients is walk him around the perimeter of your property so that he's nosy and smell everyone who's come onto the turf, and then walk him around the perimeter of your block. So you once a day for each. So
Okay.
that way he won't have to use his voice as much to say, you know, mine, get off, you know.
Yep.
Look at me. He can do it with his marking.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, thank you. I forgot about that trick. Yeah. All right, great. Anything else for CJ from anyone? Yeah, that was great. That was really fun. Thank you, CJ. It was great to see the photos of everybody. It really made a big impact.
Thank you for letting me do
Yeah.
that. I'm like, I did want to know, so just is Magic glad that I did adopt him? I mean, yeah. Does anyone think, are they happy? They just want more attention and more time in nature. Okay. I'm going to let off the guilt.
Yeah.
And if you can, some wet food.
Okay.
For them too. It's really important. Wet food, yogurt, probiotics. It could be plain organic yogurt, raspberry, blueberry, all that stuff. But fresh food is normally a really healthy option just for 50% of their diet.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, great. Yeah, so thanks for turning your camera around. All right, great. All right. And next we have Micah. There's Micah. And after Micah, we have Lisa and Verna, and then maybe Kristen. All right, go ahead, Micah. You are muted. Let's get you unmuted. I've asked. Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. What is your question?
Hi, I can't see you. Hang on, I'm trying to find you.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
now I
you
can
have to go
see you.
find- Yeah, great.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, we're good. Thanks for joining us. It sounds like you might be joining us from far away.
Yes, I'm in Australia.
Great.
I have a question about two animals that have passed over. One, I believe, may have reincarnated into one of my current cats. So I have a dog and a cat that passed over, both relatively close to one another. The dog my mother was looking after for the past 10 years, 11 years before he passed away, because I wasn't allowed to have an apartment. And when I was allowed, my mother didn't want to give him back. And I didn't have the heart to take him back from her, but he always would get really excited to the point he would pee himself running around my legs when I would come to visit a couple of times a year, because he just knew I was mum no matter what. And the other was a cat. He also died at an older age. They both died at age 13, roughly. And the cat, again, I hadn't been allowed an apartment. I bought another cat years later because my mum had this one. I'd never give my animals to anyone who's not going to look after them. So they generally go to my mum if I'm not allowed them an apartment. And this kitten was pooing all over everything. And I had a 4-year-old at the time, and it was very unhygienic. Mum said to me, look, do you want to swap cats? I'll look after this one, so he's well looked after, and you can have Fluffet, your previous cat. You can have him back. And I know that was hard for my mum. So we did that, and I blame myself in Fluffet's death. I was unwell with something that I had brought upon myself, let's just say. And I feel I didn't look after him towards the end of his life. When he dropped, he was crying for food the morning when I got home from a night shift. And I sort of pushed him with my leg very gently towards his biscuits to say, eat your biscuits. I said, eat your biscuits. So I was grumpy. I said, you had your food last night. I went upstairs to go to bed. I slept for I don't know how long. I was working nights, so it was really rough. And I remember I got up and I was vacuuming. So I think I'd skipped a night. I must have skipped a night. I don't know. And when he wouldn't move, I pushed him playfully with the vacuum set and I said, come on, move, you lazy little bugger. And his fur, because he was really fluffy cat, his fur all moved to the side. And I don't know if you could see, but this is a picture of Fluffet when he was younger. And this is one a few years before he passed. I have another one, but it's on my phone, so I don't know that. So I feel like he was still very well looked after here. But when the fur moved to the edge and he didn't run away from the vacuum cleaner, I got really worried. He was really thin, and I sort of picked him up immediately, and he just was very limp but alive. I immediately thought, what have I done? What have I done? Have I starved him? I went and ran to the cupboard and I got food and I put the food under him and I lifted him over the food and he dropped. And I tried again and he dropped. And I called my best friend. I said, my cat's dying. Something's wrong with my cat. Rushed him to the vet. Told the vet, I think I've starved my cat. The cat said to me, the vet said to me, calm down. You didn't starve your cat. And I said, I don't know when I fed him last. I don't know how long I've slept for. I don't know how regularly I've been feeding him. His litter tray's a mess. I'm not on top of things. I'm sick. I'm a mess. And she said, no, I've just done an examination. He's got a massive tumor in his stomach. And I said, I don't care. Just fix it. Operate. I don't care. I'll get the money. I don't care how I'll get the money. Just operate. She said, I can, but you need to get the money. I said, I'll get it. In 2 days, I'll get it. I don't have that kind of money. I'm a pensioner, but I figured I'd get the money somehow. I didn't know how, but she said she had to run some tests first to see if it was in his liver, because if it was in his liver, he wouldn't survive. If it wasn't, he had maybe a 50% chance of survival with the surgery. Not his liver, sorry, in his kidneys. Sadly, the test results come back and it was in his kidneys, and she said there's nothing they could do. She then called me to say he deteriorated and she had him hooked up because his kidneys had failed. She kept him alive long enough for my son, who was 6 at the time, to say goodbye. And that was the first time my son learned, before he'd even been told what death was, when she put him to sleep and his eyes remained open, but his body just completely limped as we said goodbye. My son dropped to his knees in just anguish and I knew he knew what death was. And I don't know how else do you describe to a 4-year-old, 6-year-old what death is. And I felt like this was my fault. And then my dog, he had an enlarged heart, was told he'd only live till 8, in little Maltese. And I was told that he would, but he made it to 13 in my mother's care. She was feeding him chicken necks, and she would always say when I'd ask for him back that she could look after him better than me and he'd live longer. And I knew she just wanted to keep him, so I left him with her. I feel like in the end, she gave him to somebody else, is what she says. I don't know if that's the truth or if she's just trying to protect me, because I turned up and went, where's my dog? Because he wasn't there. She said she sent him into the mountains where it was cooler because he wasn't coping with the heat. I thought, who does she know in the mountains? Did he really go to the mountains, or did he pass away with her? Did he pass away with strangers? Or did they love him? Are they happy now? Is my cat upset with me? I have 2 new cats, 2 years and 3 years old. my cat Simba is a ginger. I got some pictures off online, but I don't know how to share them with you. But I saw him walking out of my room, my son's room, a couple of months ago, and what I saw was him. I was tired, but a ball of white. It looked like it was my Oscar, my dog. And then it was Simba, and then it was combined. And then as he came out of the room, it was definitely Simba. So I was extremely confused. As for Flufford, I see number plates going past saying meow. I'm very confused. I still blame myself in both situations, that I wasn't with my dog, that I don't know where he was, don't know if my mother had him. I don't know how she was treating him, because she tended to put him in the bathroom at night and outside in the day while he was a lap dog.
Sorry, I got lost a little bit. We're talking about the previous dog. You were talking about the new
cat. Yeah, he when he came out of my son's bedroom a few weeks back,
it's all white, a ball of white.
I saw a ball of white, and I thought, I was half asleep, and I was like, Oscar, because I thought, you know, I get these intuitions, and I thought, am I seeing something? And I thought, no, I'm hallucinating. And then I looked again, and it was a ball of white and ginger, like almost blended but side by side. And then it merged, and then I sort of blinked a bit more, and it was still very blurry white and ginger. And then my cat walked out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
As he got closer, it was the cat. My apartment's very small, so he wasn't very far away.
And which is the second cat that you have now?
Luna. She's my Burmese cross blue Russian, no papers, comes from the mother of an Aussie cat. Her mother's an Aussie cat, but the vet said she's definitely blue Russian cross Burmese from her colorings and face. Mm-hmm. And she's just had her second lot of kittens. Yes, I do have good homes for them organized.
So let's see. So two big questions I know that I've heard right now is, you want to know what happened to your dog, and is your dog upset with you?
Yeah.
And then
my cat,
that's right. Yeah.
Did I?
Your cat. Oh, so yeah, that's right.
Did I kill my cat?
Yeah. So how does your cat feel about how all that happened? And then your dog, how did your dog die, and what's happening with your dog?
Yeah, like my cat, like, I wasn't well enough to change his litter trays. I was forgetting. I don't know if I was feeding him properly. We're going back to 2013. So
yeah, I want to go back, and you were in the middle of a really hard time then. And you want to know for your current cats, like, are there messages that you're getting through your current cats right now?
Yeah, see, I'm looking after them really well to the best of my ability, and getting my son to help. I'm making sure the litters are clean all the time. I'm feeding them, making sure they're getting enough food. Simba, my ginger, is actually scavenger for food. This is going to shock and surprise you, but he was not the cat. I adopted him, and he was not the cat that I was sent the picture of. But when he arrived, he was skinny, not so good, covered in fleas, and I just took him into my arms. He was a therapy cat for my son. Mm-hmm. And soon after, it was all over the news, over Facebook, that the rescue ranch I'd gotten him from had been taken to court because he was in the picture. I swear it was him, but I have no evidence it was him, because they tried to say he came from a bit closer to me than where they said he'd come from. But I'm pretty sure he came. The other cats that were in, they most of them had to be euthanized because they were so poorly mistreated.
Is your son 14 now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, putting together the numbers of what you're sharing. Okay. Yeah, so
he's also autistic.
Simba. Okay. Yeah.
My son is also autistic, hence why therapy cat for him.
Okay, let's see what's coming through the practitioners for you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing, giving us context of all of this. Typing a few more notes. So practitioners, I've got like lots of notes that are typed in the doc if you want to see something. So it sounds like, right, the dog and the cat that both died at about 13 in 2013.
Yeah,
And I'm
close
reminding
together.
the practitioners, yeah. And then
And
2 cats.
10 years earlier, 10, 12 years, 12, no. Yeah, before my son was born, they were best friends, the cat and the dog. They were very close.
Hey, Micah, yeah, let's see who's practitioners so they can have some things come through. All right, Susie's got something. Go ahead, Susie.
Hey, Micah or Mika? How do I pronounce your
Mika,
name?
please.
Mika.
Mika.
Okay, yeah,
All
Mika.
right, nice.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Mika, that's okay. That's okay.
So, Mika, I got very strongly that they don't begrudge you anything. All right. In fact, some of the illness came through the cat because they were taking on your illness, and I've had that happen. We
I
had a
was
lovely
suffering from addiction.
and I am proud of you for coming out of it.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you for coming out of it. It is not an easy path, and that is a very difficult path to walk, and your pets were there to support you with that. I had a cat who took on some of my tumors when I was sick, and so it's very hard to think that I could have
My
caused that,
cats
but you
are,
didn't. But you
I'm
didn't.
worried now because I have endometriosis and adenomyosis, if you've heard of that, and pudendal neuralgia. So I'm worried my cat's maybe taking that on now.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm more focused on these pets who have crossed over. They were
Yeah,
there to help you to
at
take
the
some of
worst
your
time
pain
in my
away.
life.
Right. Right. And that takes not only a courageous soul in human form
I
to face that and to go beyond it, but you had the support of these pets who took on some of your pain. They do not
oh gosh,
begrudge you at all. They were there to
cat
help you.
especially, he he was there
Mhm.
with me.
He gave you something external to focus on. Okay. He gave you something to look outside of yourself as opposed to thinking, oh, all those things that go through one's mind when they are in an addiction cycle. He gave you something else to focus on, and you could move on from there. And so he served his purpose with you. He is grateful for the opportunity to have helped you in such a way through this hard time. And then the dog, I feel, I came from Texas, and when somebody's dog went away, they went to a farm, and those are the ones who were put down. So I think the mountains is a much nicer place to say your dog went to when they pass on. I don't think she did anything. I don't think it was um, anything untoward.
No, she often will hide from me, and it took her, that was Christmas, and it was on the next Easter. She said I could see him because it would be cooler and she could bring him down.
Yeah.
And when I got there at Easter, I'm like, okay, so where is he? And
He had
leading up to
passed,
Easter,
I
I'd
think.
asked for him, and she said, we'll see. And when I got there, she's like, oh, he's passed. And I confronted her and I said, I know you do this. I know you don't tell me when pets have passed, or when anyone has passed. And she said, she even to this day, she will guarantee that he was living with her friends in the mountains.
All right.
So no, he
For your
wasn't.
mental peace, he's passed, and it's all right. You have
He
not
was
done anything
he
wrong.
was with her. He was safe and loved.
Yes, yes, he was safe. He was loved. He
Was
was old
was
and
he
he was sick.
scared that I wasn't there?
No, he didn't want to be a burden on you. He understood that you had your own incredible challenges to face, but please
I was
remember,
better then, but
he He's fine now. He's fine. And
And
Simba, the new cat for your son, he is there to help everyone heal.
is
So that
he is he the dog reincarnated?
I think he's so many pets put together. He is a healer dog. No, cat. He's a healer cat.
When we got him, he didn't want to come near us. And now he's near us all the time. He
Yeah.
will let my son cart him around like a rag doll, but he won't let me pick him up. He would have been put down if we didn't take him in, because he was so, if an animal is in the RSPCA or the pound and they're not receptive to a human, they put them down.
Mhm.
We worked with him and we loved him, and now he will figure out which one of us is more distressed and come to that one of us
Because
and
that's
calm
his
us.
job. That's his job, is to help you and to help your son. So allow him to heal you and to send him love and to send him gratitude.
So he is the cat like the cat that's passed on also within Simba?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting that. What I am getting very strongly is that he is a healer cat, sort of one of these,
Healer
not generic, but there are some beings who come through for the express purpose of helping another move past and to heal. And
I
that's
think
what your cat is doing. I don't know what sort of spiritual lineage he has, but I
I
think
think my
maybe.
girl cat is the same.
Hmm.
How are my two boys, my dog and my cat that have passed over? How are they doing now?
They're fine. They are free and they are watching over you.
Are they together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Yeah. Breathe easier for them.
Where are they? Are they like, where do they go?
I'm gonna let Jamie come in, Shift Witch come in, because I feel like we're getting into a greater discussion there about the great consciousness, but I'm going to pass this over to the Shift Witch because I feel
Thank you
she's got some
so
things to
much,
work with.
Susie.
You're so welcome.
Susie, go ahead, Shift Witch.
Thank you.
Hi, Mika. So,
Hi.
what I was getting right away was this. So both of them that had passed wanted to. What is the right word? Sort of pass on that everyone chooses their incarnation for a reason. There is something that you are going to do, and even though you don't consciously know about it while you are in it necessarily, it is a lesson that you've chosen to learn. So everything you've gone through is something that you chose for this incarnation as lessons to learn based on past lives, and our pets do the same thing. So for whatever reason, your cat chose to be someone who would come and help another being who was struggling through that time. And your dog chose to come and be somebody who would be part of your life. And then the path was to then be there for your mother, even though it was, the dog was yours and, considered you mom and loved you deeply. But what needed done was to be with your mother.
My mother really struggles when she loses a pet. She says she'll never get a pet again. Then she runs out and she immediately got another dog. And she said she got it for my uncle. But when my uncle moved out, the dog stayed with my mom.
My mom is exactly the same way. So I
so this time, so she ran out and got a Labrador, like not immediately after, but immediately after she told me.
Yes, my mom is the same way with that.
And when
and
I
I'm
tried
glad for it because
when I
Pet
tried to
syndrome,
talk
yeah.
about the dog, my dog, she told me not to talk about it because it upset my uncle.
And honestly, her saying that mountain thing, that is her way of coping. That's all that is. It's not even
She doesn't
anything
cope
that
with
really
my
has to do with you.
distress.
Yeah. So
She doesn't
that's
cope
her way
when
of
I melt
not
down.
coping with it. She doesn't want to upset you. So yeah, this is her like, instead of just saying, I can't talk about it, it's too painful, she just says the dog's in the mountains, because
She won't
that's
admit that anything hurts her.
yeah. And this is
Yeah, I think that's why
most
she's drawn to the
communication you'll get.
animals.
Mhm. Yes, exactly, because
Do
they don't
they
have to
have?
talk.
No, they can just sense.
Yeah.
Do they have
Absolutely.
any messages for me?
To just trust that everything that's happening to you, it happens for a reason. Everything you've gone through, even the stuff that was terrible, happened for a reason. And
Even
that,
what about?
go ahead.
Do they have anything in relation to the past and then in relation to now?
Oh yeah, all those things. Okay, so I always say you are not the person you are now unless all of those things happen, even the really horrible stuff.
Even stuff that
And
happened, say, yesterday or the day before?
oh yeah, yes, everything that is along that timeline makes you who you are each step of the way. Just like every single breath moves us in a different way, every single heartbeat moves our blood in a little different way. All of these things are just moving us along as human beings on our path. And have you ever heard of like the butterfly effect? You know, a butterfly flaps its wings and there's a storm in the Amazon somewhere. So there are all these
Yes.
little things constantly happening around you, all of these choices that you are aware and unaware of that are constantly happening around you. And all of that is what then makes up your path in life. And
Right.
just because you perceive some of those decisions as negative, it doesn't make them any less valid in your path. There aren't negatives or positives, there is just your path. And so, you know, make sure to
I
embrace
tend to do a
all
lot
of
of
it.
I tend to do a lot of things on impulse because I do have a disorder, and I tend to say and do things I really don't mean, and then I hold a lot of guilt there. And I think that I'm scared that my animals picked up or do pick up on that.
I'm gonna jump in for a little bit. I think part of the message of from your cats that are here now is they really want you to let them in to be healing for you. They're here for healing your son, really, and supporting your son, and for supporting you.
They're much less cuddly than my previous cats, but they're very loving.
Yeah.
They don't like to be held and cuddled, but they will come and lay right next to me or put their head on me or something like that.
They're
They tend to
energetic healing for you
lick
too.
me.
It's not always just physically. Yeah. Not
They're
always,
what?
It's not always just with physical contact. They're doing that in other ways too.
So that's my current pets.
Yeah.
One, as I said, was the wrong cat, but I took him because I fell in love and saw he needed
really
me.
important. You supported
I
him.
thought
in the
he
same way
needed
that
me,
you've
and
been
he
supporting-
saved us. And then the girl cat was a friend just said, "Do you want a kitten?" And that was very random. I was looking for one for me, but I hadn't told him that. So
yeah, totally working out. So
do you
Jamie, I
see
want
any
to cut you off if you're in the middle of things.
messages?
We've got 2 other questions too, so we have to get on to some other questions.
I just wanted to ask if the passed on pets have a message for me.
Let go of the guilt because it is keeping you from moving forward in your path. Release the guilt. 100%.
That's the message from my pets, from both of them.
Yes, absolutely, yes. Because they're having a grand old time. They're wonderful now, and they don't want to see you suffering about something that you perceived years and years and years ago. They're having a grand old time, and they want you to let go of that and move forward.
Thank you so much, both of you, and
You're welcome.
to Susie as well. Thank you so much to all of you and everyone that's been listening as well.
Next, I had Cynthia and Cindy. If you wanted to jump in for something quick, go ahead. But I want to give you space. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mika, so much. And yeah,
Thank you so much, Laurie.
so much support.
Laureli.
No, you're welcome. You provided so much support of them, and really it's letting them be supportive of you too.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time today.
Oh, you're very welcome. All right.
Thank you, all of you.
You're so welcome. All right, let's
Thank
see.
you for the answers.
You are very,
I'm
very
so grateful and relieved.
good. Good. Yes. All right, we've got Lisa up next. There's Lisa. Oh, and I see someone with her.
Hey there. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes, we can hear you.
Is it okay if I show my kitten as I speak to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is great.
Okay, good. This is just really a fun loving question. So this is Mutant. And I adopted he and another kitten 2 years ago. So they're each 2.5 years. And I think, as I think Susie was mentioning, I've always felt like kitties and pets have like these other souls that are rolled into them. And so my question to you is, what kind of insight can you give me about Mutant? And I usually err on the side of not giving you enough information. So go ahead and dig over.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I was a geneticist too, so I particularly love your name. And yeah. All right, hands springing up. All right, just want to check and make sure since you shared both before the other two already. Go ahead, Susie. Go ahead.
Mutant. What a hysterical name. Thank you so much. I am getting that he's not mutant, but that he is starseed. And that he is this galactic cat. Sounds like that he's flying through the universe with his paws out, but he definitely like, but he's definitely connected with I want to say the Lyrans again because those are the cat people, but he is there to give you, he's there to give you like light codes and stuff like this to help you work on. We've been talking about light language today, but he wants to help you develop this language to connect with not only his star family, but your star family. I don't know which star family you have. I'm not very well versed in that, but you have a galactic sense to you that allows you to reach out and connect on a cosmic level with other energies. So he's helping you learn how to. He's got like this ball that looks like energy that he's just slapping around. You know how cats slap things around, and he's just doing that with this energy. He's encouraging you to play with energy, not so much like a catnip toy, but to play with it in that you know, set the orb over your head and allow it to shower down using your hands to convey energy and to work with that. So he's definitely a mutant in that he's not like a typical catnip kind of cat, but he wants you to play with energy and work with him to get more in touch with energy play.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, Susie. We've got Shift Witch and then Cindy.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Cindy.
Mutant sees so much. Oh my gosh. Just in like from the time you came on screen, he can see spirits, entities, energy, fairies, anything else? That pretty much covers just about everything, I think. And so yeah, he's looking like he can see all of this stuff. So that's why he's like always kind of doing one of these and just looking at stuff, or if he stops and just stares into a blank corner somewhere, he really is looking at something. It's just not something we perceive with our physical eyes. So yeah, he is like all kinds of plugged in to everything that's going on. So yeah, he's going to be a fantastic teacher for you to work with, and he really is going to be a teacher. You're going to learn a lot from him, and just observe. Yeah, so all I'm hearing is like just observe and play that "what are you looking at" game.
I do
And
every night. Yeah. And I
cool.
think that I've got 3 spirit kitties with me because 2 of them, we moved to Seattle 5 years ago, brought 2 kitties with us. And 3 years ago, they died pretty close together. They're 17 and 15. And then 6 months later, we adopted, well, actually, no. In June, they died October. In June, we adopted Mutant. In April, we adopted another kitten, Zari. So I feel
Okay.
like I've got some spirit
Yes.
kitties hanging out.
Yeah, and it looks like I was watching him, and I don't know if this is a total or like what this is, but I saw there were 7 different things around him just when he got on. So I don't know what all 7 of those were. But yeah, there were 7 different things that he like checked in on as soon as you got on. So yeah,
Interesting.
he's all kinds of plugged in.
Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Right, great. So Cindy and then Cynthia.
Hi, Lisa. And, and Mutant. All right. You recognize light language. I know it. I could speak it to you and you could recognize it. But Mutant says, I'm a tiger inside. I like fresh meat. And you don't have to baby me. I'm a healer. And talk to me. I have lots to say. So do you practice, listening? I mean, asking him questions and receiving from him?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And I'm learning animal communication. And I think he said 3 words to me that I actually understood. So I think once I'm creating a journal, I think a few months ago, he said, Mom. The other day I told him at 6 o'clock, they get special treats. And I said, no, you have to wait. And I swear I heard him say, oh man, and just kind of walked away. And so he's very mouthy and very communicative and very talky.
And he's like, well, what do you think I'm thinking now?
Yeah, I don't know. Let him down.
No, he says, yes, you do.
Let him down? Put him on the floor?
No, he's happy where he is. He wants you to practice, what we all do, ask the question, first thought back will be his answer. And he does give more than just 1 or 2 words to you. Okay. So, he says, I'll tell you a bunch of secrets in bed.
Oh, he loves to snuggle in bed. Oh my God. And sometimes I swear that he channels my mother-in-law, because anytime my husband and I like snuggle, he gets in between us like, nope.
That's because he says you're his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I wonder if my late cat Bacchus is in him.
He goes, I'm my own cat.
I kind of figured as much.
He's a wonderful soul. He really is, and you're going to have this most magical relationship with him.
Thank you.
As the teacher and you as the student. So I look forward to hearing more from you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Hi. So what I kind of got is keep an eye on his neck and spine. I don't know if there's like supplements or something like that, but just make sure that he keeps his mobility, so you can use a treat and have him kind of follow it to one side of the spine and then the other side of the spine. So just keep an eye on that down the road, 3 to 6 years. And then also too, I was getting that there's a little bit of congestion right here. So I don't know if he's a little bit clogged up in the sinus or the cheekbones, but just kind of look at, getting some sort of drainage in this area, because I think it's putting a little bit of pressure there for him.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're all feeling that right now. So I wouldn't be surprised. So thank you.
You're welcome. That's all I got.
Thanks.
All right, great. Just anything else for Lisa? And I'm curious, you mentioned the the two. Is the other one around where we could see it?
Yeah, I could grab her really
Yeah,
quickly.
that'd be great.
Carolyn? I gotta grab, sorry.
See mutant follow. I don't know if she wants to come on camera. I can't tell.
Sorry, mutants. Here's sorry, cat. And I think she's upset with me because I adopted her first, told her she was queen, and then mutant came in with a lot of really big energy and just took over. So I think she's kind of unhappy with me, and I'm doing everything I can, but she's nuzzled up and is creating a bond with my husband. So she's got that at least. Right? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, so just what I imagine is she wants to be really, mutant clearly is special, and you give a lot of special attention to mutant, and she wants to make sure that you continue to recognize her and that you're with her, and yeah, that you appreciate her for being special for who she is.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have, I take her on a walk down the hallway. We live in an apartment building, and I know she loves going on walks. So I'm like, who wants to go for a walk? And she's out the door, and I walk down with her. And so we have, you know, mommy bonding time.
Yeah, her energy just feels like a bunch more in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like letting that be okay. Oh, cool. Just if anyone else has anything else before we. Yeah, go ahead, Cynthia.
I'm getting that she really wants to be recognized and express her femininity. So maybe get her like a pink bow or just something, you know, on her collar, just something so she can kind of feel a little bit more feminine. I think that would be, I think she would like that a lot.
Okay.
Bed something, you know, that's very her and girly and separate from mutant.
What's interesting is that we often see like tutus and things like that, and we're like, "Ooh, we should get that for Zari." And maybe she's sending me images, and I keep manifesting them, going, "Ooh, we should get that for Zari." And I wonder how she'd feel with it. And you know, I don't want to put something on her that she would absolutely hate, so I don't want her to like hate me even more.
Yeah.
So I will do that. Thank you, Cynthia.
Great, Susie.
Actually, I'm getting she would love a crown.
I told her she was queen. How do I
Yeah,
get
she's
you
like,
crown,
she
huh?
needs to have the headgear.
Yep.
Yeah.
You want a crown? We'll get you a crown. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Lisa. All right. And next, Verna, we are ready for your question. All right.
Okay, great. Let's see. I can bring him up here. This is Yoda. This is Yoda, and I don't think he wants to be on my lap right now, but he's anyway. My question, well, I have a couple of questions. My first question is about his diet, because I have had to feed him. I had to get cheaper food because I'm on a budget, and he seems to have gained weight on that food. And so I'm hoping to get a job soon so I can afford better food. But in the meantime, you know, I'm not quite sure how to help him to stay healthy, basically. And then my other question, more important to me, actually, is that a few years ago, he had skin cancer. He had like 3 little bumps surgically removed, and there was no cancer anywhere else in his body. So, but I noticed a new bump. It's right here, right at his brow ridge. And I can't get him into the vet for a few more days, but for some reason, I'm not freaking out too much because I've learned that freaking out doesn't help, and I don't know what it is, and I prefer to just just believe the best the moment. So those are the two things. Also, anything that you can think of that he might want or need that I'm not giving him enough of would be great. He's
Great. Yeah. He is totally enjoying all this time with you.
So
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll see what comes in. Yeah, and great that you're applying all your learning and keeping yourself calm and, waiting to see. And it's really good. Yeah. Cynthia's ready. Go ahead, Cynthia.
So I didn't get any immediate messages. I did get one interesting one, but I don't know what it means. So I just saw him like in his litter box. Is it like sandy? Is it like really fine sand? Like that's all I really got. But I think that, it's okay. You're giving him a cheaper food, but what I would do is I would connect with the food that you're giving him and just ask that you bless the food, thank you for the food that's going to nourish my cat, and ask the food to nourish and give him energy, and anything that's not good for him to just ask the body to neutralize it and eliminate it in like easy way on his body. And just setting that intention will purify the food until you can get like a more desired quality for him. That's all.
thank you.
Thanks, Cynthia. All right, Shift Witch and then Cindy.
Hey, Verna. So right away he showed me a wand, like one of those wand toys. And I don't know if you already have one or had one or need to get a new one or something, but he's like he wants to leap with it. So like he's like, when you play, I want you to pull it up so I have to jump. Because I'm tall and I want to be tall. Even though I'm named Yoda, I want to be tall. So that's what I heard from him.
I know that's correct because he's rubbing his nose on my hand. So I know you're right on about that.
Hi, Verna. It's Cindy. Good to see you again. Yeah. Okay, so here's what Yoda says that I heard anyway. It goes like this. Yeah, the food stinks, but it tastes good. So like the other Cindy suggests, definitely use your healing ability inside you to actually shift the energy of the food and see it. Actually, it looks like that you could visualize that all of the chakras of Yoda are balanced and open as he eats the food, and that it's more in balance, and let go of any of your worries that you're not doing the right thing. Archangel Raphael steps up for you and just wants you to know, call in the angels to help you, both you and Yoda at the same time, to be able to shift the energy so it helps you. And Yoda says, I know you're doing the best for me. I love you. Stay positive. So this is like your, cheerleader, Yoda. Yeah. And to the play thing, yeah, you can get that cat to lose some weight by the toys that you play with. And so definitely, if he likes to jump, let him jump. It's amazing how much cats can jump. So really have, excuse me, have faith in yourself as a healer. Call in the angels to help support you in your lifetime and your cats and both of your health at once. Okay. I hope that helps you. Thank you.
Thanks, Cindy. All right, Susie, go ahead.
Verna, I'm just going to back up everything they say. As Cynthia was talking about Reiki-fying the food, I'm like, I wonder if you can. Oh, okay. Cynthia answered the question. So, using your ability, because you've got a lot of energy healing abilities. This is a great opportunity for you to use it on the cat, to shift the food, to shift your own food, to shift everything. And, pretty much, I really can't elaborate too much except to say, yeah, I agree with everything they said today. Use your energy healing ability to do that, and it's going to help shift you and the cat. So, thanks.
All right, that was quick. Anyone have anything else? I just appreciate the two of you doing the dance together. Your cat seems just very alive and very here, and yeah, just not picking up any challenges with all this. So yeah, it's good. All right. Yeah. Looks like you're wanting to unmute. Yeah. Nope. Okay. All right, great. Just checking that anyone have anything.
Yeah, I'll say thank you to everybody for sure. And yeah, I was just trying to check the chat. So
No, just basic stuff in the chat, I think. All right, great. Great. All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. All right, sweet. Great. Well, we have a tiny bit more time if we have another question. Yeah. So, yeah, so I don't think anyone else has paid. I know a couple other people have wondered about, oh, Larissa has a question. Okay, great. Yeah, so we just ask that you pay ahead. I don't know if you've already paid, let me know and I'll go make sure I can find that. Let me put the information in the chat again too. Here you are. Yeah, great. Well, we can, okay, great. Well, we can put you on and then if you can pay right afterwards, that would be great. All right, I know you were just here. You know how this works. You put on your video, I can pull you up to the front, Larissa.
Hi, sorry, I came on a little late, so I wasn't actually.
No, that's okay. Here you go. All right.
I have to look at it because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can pay right afterwards. Don't worry about that.
Okay. I have a question. So I have a cat that passed last year, and his name is Oscar. And recently, he lived at my mom's house. And recently, another cat has showed up at my mom's house 2 days ago that looks just like him, and it's about a year old, and it's a female cat. And my mom's been asking me if I think that it is Oscar, and so I'm just curious if you get anything about that.
I'm sorry, I got a little distracted a moment. You said you had a cat that passed last year, Oscar, and then recently, and there's another cat. Can you just say again about the?
There's a cat that he lived at my mom's, and there is a cat that showed up to my mom's house who looks like him. It's a tuxedo cat. It's a girl though, and it's about a year old. And my mom wanted to know if it was Oscar coming back because she was just laying on the lawn and hasn't left.
And I guess maybe, is there anything else too about the message of like this other cat? Like what is the purpose of this other cat showing up?
Yeah, if there's anything that's related to it, I guess. I know that my mom lost a bunny recently to a dog that came into the cul-de-sac and apparently attacked the bunny. So so the other bunny that was there was laying with the cat. So I guess the question would be, is this my other cat returning to give that bunny condolences, or what is going on there? Because it won't leave my mom's house and it looks just like my other cat. So
Yeah. All right, great. Let's see. We've got the Shift Witch and then Susy.
Hey, Larissa. So despite the fact that they look the same, I kept asking and they're like, no, 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 no. I'm like, okay, so the answer I got was no. It's not Oscar, but this cat came to help partially to heal the sadness from losing Oscar, and that there's something else that she's there to do, which is why so right now, okay, so she's kind of watching over your mom right now. That's why she's just like showed up and been like, hi, I'm here. And she's keeping an eye on your mom. I don't know if your mom's going through anything else or has something else that's happened recently besides the bunny. Of course, you told us about that. But I feel like she's there just to like keep an eye on your mother. That's all I keep getting is like, no, I'm not Oscar. I'm here to watch this lady. She's just like lady, because you start call her your mom. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting from it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Susy, then Cindy, then Cynthia.
Yeah, Larissa, I was thinking, boy, that's a fast turnaround on that. I can see where Oscar would have enjoyed being in body because he did have a good life. Um, I'd see Shift Witch got that it wasn't him, and I'm going, I don't know, I'm kind of wrapped around that whole, boy, that would have been fast. What an efficient cat. And I've never known cats to be efficient, to be honest, not the ones I've had. But it is entirely possible that Oscar will come back at some later date, but he's going to show up at your place.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, and that's what I've got. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Susy. All right, Cindy.
Hi, Larissa. Okay, so Oscar's pretty outspoken.
Yes, he is. He's very outspoken.
And he goes, not me. But a nice, and sorry for the language, but a nice bitch. And he goes, take her in. She's lovable, And, when I look at her, the sweet cat, she's really here to actually support you and your awakening to communicate with animals. She steps forward as your teacher. And so enjoy the ride with this. She's going to teach you a lot of things, and then you're going to be able to teach that and integrate that into your own soul path. So welcome to the ride. Thank you.
She's at her mom's house. Is she supposed to be her cat or her mom's cat, or what's?
It's Larissa's cat, even though it's at the mom's house right now. Yeah.
My cat's trying to jump on something. I have two cats here, so they're lovely. They're pretty happy though. So I just wanted to know about that, and thank you. I appreciate it because I do go to my mom's house quite often, so I would be seeing that cat.
Yeah, the cat can come and go, and you can communicate from a distance. That's part of the lesson for you.
Thank you.
Okay, great. And then Cynthia's got something.
Yeah, similar to the other panelists, I heard not Oscar, sent by Oscar to say, I'm good, everything's good over here, and just communicate that, but it's not him. Signaling that he's fine and don't worry.
All right, thank you.
Great. And just when you talk about this new cat laying on the lawn, I mean, it's not just like laying there, it's like stretched out on its side and just kind of like taking over like it owns the place.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I remember what you said about that, but that's what I just kept seeing.
Yeah, my mom sent me a picture of it, and that's pretty much what was happening. Just hanging out with the bunny right in the front yard and just like, hello, I'm home. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll put the information for how to pay in the chat again.
Thanks.
All right, great. Well, let's see. So we're getting close to the end. Maybe it's probably best if we close up, unless anyone had like a quick short question you wanted to leap in, but yeah, we maybe just close up. We did a lot of questions tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. Oh, was that just okay? You're just, yeah, just connecting. Okay, great. Well, let's go around, practitioners, and maybe I'll say something about the upcoming events, and then we'll all go around and share again about our contact info, etc. So just some of the events we have coming. We have another panel coming up on Sunday, Reclaiming Our Power Over Sexism, Harassment, and Abuse. We've got a panel on Monday, that's this week too, Working with the Fae and Elementals at the autumnal equinox. We've got the equinox coming this week. And then Thursday, September 30, we've got Shadow Play. That's a panel about facing our shadow. Friday, October 1, we have a Metaphysics and Intuition Practice Circle. So that's where if you're already practicing something, come and practice on your peers. So we will hold the space, support that process of helping you pair up or group up to share sessions, readings, healings with each other. And then we've got an Anything and Everything training panel coming up on Saturday, October 2. If you are just opening to sharing your work and you want to get some practice doing that in public, if it's new to share your work on stage in a public setting, or if you're opening to a new modality and want some practice with that new modality, there are a couple of us that support you before the event, during the event, and afterwards to do this, to answer questions from the audience. It's you pay a little bit for the support that we give you, and then it's half price for people to ask questions on anything and everything at that training panel. Yeah, so if you want to be on that, you want to get experience with our events and learn about how they all work, that's a great thing to do. I think we've got several people on that panel already. So there's just some of the things we have going on. We also have fairs happening. We had one last night. We had 14 practitioners sharing their work. And then we also have learning circles where several practitioners offer exercises to help you open to your intuition. All right, so yeah, tons and tons of things going on at MeWeFairs.com. So let's have all the practitioners that have been here tonight share all your, share again about who you are, what you do, and how people can reach you. So they watch the video later. They can, Mutant, I see, M-E-W-T-A-N-T. It's just lovely, very fun. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see. So I'm really open, whoever wants to leap in and share first. I'm laughing for the experiences tonight. This is great. Oh, what do you want to share first?
I'll go.
Great.
Hi, I'm Cindy McGonagle, animal communicator and psychic medium, and tonight has been fun. And I really truly enjoy doing animal readings and connecting you at a deeper level with your current pets and also pets on the other side. And as a psychic medium, I help you on your soul path to kind of unite and bring forward your gifts, talents, and abilities. And as a palmist, I also can look at your palms and look at hidden talents and abilities your soul wants you to bring through in this lifetime. So I'm here for you, and I'm clapping for you if you practiced with us tonight, and thank you so much.
Thanks, Cindy. And I'm not paying enough attention. Did you say enough of your URLs and your contact info for people in the video?
You can reach me at my website, cindymcgonagall.com. You can reach me on Gmail through my email at cindymcgonagall@gmail.com. And I'm also on Instagram with my name, Cindy, and then lowercase line and McGonagle. Thank you.
That's great. And I just want to mention too, you're special tonight. If people are here at the panel and they mention the panel when they contact you, they can get a discount of 20%. Great. All right. Who else wants to share?
I'll go. I'm Shift, which is like, oh man, beat you to it, honey. Sorry. My name is Susy Parker Goins, and I'm not competitive at all. My website is Blue Lightning Healing. I have a podcast called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations. I am a channel, an energy healer, Reiki master. I do the past life stuff. I do whatever I need to do, and we work together to make divine accessible to you and to clear your path for a more heartfelt life. You can find me at bluelightninghealing.com. You can email me at susie@bluelightninghealing.com or through the website. And my special is 20% off an hour session. So you go into my website, sign up. 60 MeWe 20 is the code that's good to do that. And I think I covered all the bases. Thank you all so very much. This has really been a fabulous evening. Thanks.
Thanks, Susie. All right, Shift Witch is next.
So I am the Shift Witch. You can contact me at theshiftwitch.com and at theshiftwitch@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram as Shift Witch. I'm on Facebook as Shift Witch. Basically, if you type in Shift Witch, I think you're probably going to bump into me at some point. Thank you so much for letting us connect with all of your pets tonight. It takes a lot of trust to allow somebody to make that connection, and I'm deeply grateful that you trusted us to do that tonight. So thank you to everyone who asked questions. I want to encourage everyone to keep working on their own healing, and that is the thing that I sort of specialize the most in, is helping you working through your own healing process in life, from whatever that may be. So you can contact me. My first special is 20% off any healing session, and you can just contact me at any of the ways that I listed earlier if you would like to take advantage of that. And thank you, Laureli, for putting on this panel, and all of the other panelists. You guys are awesome. It was a really great night. Thank you, everyone.
You're so welcome. All right, Cynthia.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Cynthia Okimoto, based in New York City. You can contact me through my website. It's newyorkdognanny.com, New York spelled out. I'm also on Instagram. It's at nydognanny. A couple things about other work that I do offer besides animal communication, Reiki, and holistic dog training. I actually have a top performing pet blog. It is 95% about dogs and 5% about cats. Occasionally there'll be a random article about an exotic or a guinea pig or something like that. But I approve of all of the blogs. We post about like 20 or 25 posts every month. And I'm always looking for like low cost ways to make healthcare and things like that more accessible for pet services professionals as well as individuals. So if you're interested in having 24/7 access to like a televet service, I can offer that as well on the website, or if you contact me, it's for as little as $9 a month, I think. And it's really great. So if you don't like the advice that you get from a veterinarian, you can just email back in or call, and just keep bothering them until you get some information that resonates. So it's a really great option for those of us who don't have a lot of money and want to get a professional opinion without having to pay a in-person consult fee for your pet. And it's available all over the US. They do have holistic veterinarians on there. You can't request who you get, so it's just kind of trial and error, but it's a really wonderful option, mostly for cats and dogs. Right now they're expanding into exotics very slowly, and there's a new part of the program, which is they're adding on a dental component. And for most pets out there, when I do tune in, I would say that oral hygiene and dental issues are always coming up. It's stomach and teeth stuff. So it's definitely worth exploring that. If you have a pet that's like above 2 or 3, they start to have dental issues. So those are all the different ways that you can contact me. And it was a pleasure to connect with everyone tonight.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. And is that on newyorkdognanny.com where that people can reach that information about that?
or they can just email me and I'm happy to send along the link.
Okay, info@newyorkdognanny.com. And you said your special is 50% off a Reiki session?
Yep.
Great. All right. Thank you. And I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. You can learn more about me and all of my sessions at laurelishimayo.com. That's LAURELISHIMAYO.com. And you can learn more about all the things going on at MeWe Fairs at MeWeFairs.com. Thanks so much, everybody. It was great fun being here with all of you tonight. I'm going to take off the spotlights, see if I can take all of them off at once, poof, and have us all together in the gallery. And then, yeah, it was great being here with all of you and lots of great questions. And thank you so much, all the practitioners, for being here on the panel and just all of us holding space to do this all together. Really lovely.